President Obama will launch a new effort today to tackle another one of the country's most contentious issues. The president will outline his ideas on immigration reform in a speech in Las Vegas. This comes after a group of bipartisan senators says it reached a major breakthrough on how to overhaul immigration. Their plan would grant illegal immigrants temporary legal status to stay in the country if they pass a criminal background check, pay a fine, and back taxes and learn English. But they would have to get in line for citizenship. The plan also calls for tougher border security with more agents and drones. The senators behind these proposals are known as the Gang of Eight, and New York Democrat Charles Schumer is the unofficial leader.
We believe we have a window of opportunity to act, but we will only succeed if the effort is bipartisan. By their presence today, my Republican colleagues are making a significant statement about the need to fix our broken immigration system. We Democrats are equally serious. We do not want immigration as a wedge issue. Much rather, we want a bipartisan bill that solves the problem and becomes law.
Well, joining us now from Washington is Manu Raju, senior congressional reporter for Politico. Manu, thanks for joining us this morning.
Great to be here.
So this isn't the first time we've seen a bipartisan group from the Senate come together for immigration reform. We saw the Comprehensive Immigration Reform Act in 2007. The Republicans shot it down. It called for a path to citizenship, more secure borders. The Republicans called it an opportunity for amnesty. So we've seen these elements before. Why now? Why reintroduce this concept?
The politics have changed, and the Republicans would be the first to admit that, especially the ones who are pushing this measure. Remember, John McCain was involved with that 2007 effort also, but after that election, or after that bill failed, and in the subsequent elections in 2008 and 2010, he and other Republicans really distanced themselves from the comprehensive measure. But they saw how that spawned a lot of opposition from Hispanics and Latino voters, and how poorly they did with those voting blocks in the last few election cycles. And now the party realizes, a lot of folks say, we got to take a more pragmatic approach to this. We got to revisit this issue. And because of the changing politics, the Republicans think that, hey, this may be actually the right political climate to get this done.
So if the time is now, because the political climate has changed, can we expect the rest of Congress to be in favor of what the Gang of Seven has put forth? Gang of Eight, rather. It's
still going to be a very hard issue to push through, because this is a sweeping proposal, not just dealing with the legal immigration system, but as you mentioned, the very contentious issue of the illegal immigrants, the nation's 11 million illegal immigrants. How do you deal with that? There are moderate Democrats who are also a bit squeamish over this proposal, and we are not even clear on how House Republicans would deal with this at this point. So there are a lot of hurdles that need to be jumped over, and they haven't even drafted the legislation yet. This is simply an agreement on the overall broad principles. As they say, the devil is in the details here.
Indeed, and we really didn't get very many details. The president is expected to speak later today in Las Vegas. He's going to present his ideas for immigration reform. Can we expect to hear anything different from him?
You know, I think that what he'll probably say is praise the bipartisan group for coming to an agreement, saying that it tracks closely with his proposal. I think that you may see the president and the White House take a sort of a more a different line, maybe a more liberal line, especially on that issue of the path to citizenship, because the way it's structured now in the Senate plan is that it would be one that would be triggered once certain border security measures move forward. It's not at all clear that the White House wants to go that route. So, you know, we'll see the White House maybe take a different tack, but regardless, the Senate plan is what's going to drive the debate on Capitol Hill. I think the president's really just laying down his marker here.
Indeed. Well, thank you very much, Manu Raju, senior congressional reporter for Politico. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Absolutely.